People think Geminis are lazy because they see unfinished projects, missed deadlines, and sudden, inexplicable silence. They look at your track record and see a pattern of abandonment. They look at your work habits and see inconsistency. They are dead wrong. That isn't laziness. That is the most misunderstood operating system in the behavioral spectrum. What the world is observing is a cognitive reboot. A Gemini mind operates on a high-speed, volatile data stream. We are Mercury-ruled. Our brains are wired for rapid input, synthesis, and hyper-efficient pattern recognition. When a Gemini starts a task, we aren't just performing labor, we are building an architectural blueprint. We absorb variables, identify constraints, map logical outcomes, and simulate the result in a fraction of the time it takes others. But once the pattern is solved, the cognitive value of the task drops to zero. The dopamine reward for physical execution is almost non-existent for us. When we stop, it isn't because we lack discipline. It's because continuing to act once the logic is satisfied would be a massive waste of cognitive resources. We are efficiency machines, and our brains are literally refusing to participate in the mechanical repetition that the rest of the world calls work. Think about your last failed project. You didn't give up because it was too hard. You gave up because you had already finished it in your mind. I've analyzed the Gemini workflow. It's a distinct three-stage behavioral protocol. Stage 1, the obsession phase. This is where you are dangerous. You are researching, learning, connecting dots, and becoming completely locked in. You forget basic needs like eating and sleeping because the data flow is so intense. This is where the world sees you as a genius. Stage 2, the mental completion. You've solved the variables. The entire architecture is built in your head. The uncertainty is gone. The puzzle is solved. And here is the trap. The moment uncertainty disappears, your motivation disappears with it. Stage 3, the execution. This is where the world sees you fail. This is the repetition, the filing, the maintenance, the daily grind. There is no discovery here. There is no novelty. Your brain is starving. Repetition is kryptonite to a Mercury-ruled mind. When you stop here, you aren't being lazy. You are actively choosing to preserve your energy for a problem that is actually worth solving. The world demands linear, slow-motion consistency. That is an outdated operating system built for people who gain satisfaction from the grind. You aren't wired for the grind. You are wired for the breakthrough. You are trying to run a quantum computing algorithm on a low-speed mechanical processor. You feel guilty because you aren't finishing, but the guilt is misplaced. It's a result of comparing your output to a standard that was never designed for you. Your laziness is a rigorous, evolved filter. You are biologically incapable of burning energy on tasks that do not satisfy the drive for innovation. When you stop halfway, you are simply pivoting to the next unsolved problem. You are constantly clearing your cache to make room for high-value data. The mistake is believing that physical completion is the only metric of success. For a Gemini, the success was in the solution. The world rewards completed systems, but the Gemini genius is in the design. You are a master at starting. You are a master at solving. Stop apologizing for your output. If you are a Mercury-ruled mind, your genius is in the architecture, not the construction. First, the 80-20th rule. You are only responsible for the 20% of the project that requires the architecture. Second, architect the exit. Document your process. Hand them to an executor who thrives on the routine. You must find a partner who finds comfort in the repetition that you find painful. You are the architect, not the bricklayer. Third, design for burst mode. Stop trying to force a 9-to-5 workflow. Your brain works in high-intensity, high-output bursts. Schedule your heaviest cognitive tasks for your peak flow and build in mandatory recovery time. During that recovery, your brain needs to reset. You aren't operating at a deficit. You are operating on a different operating system. Lean into the pivot. Drop your birthday in the comments. Let's see who else is running the same operating system. Follow for the next protocol.